Okay, so for starters, this is a clone. I'm aware that a lot of people have reservations in regard to purchasing or flipping clones. That's warranted, but going into this review, I'm just gonna assume that those watching are aware of the clone industry and don't care to some extreme degree, right? A discussion about intellectual property should be made, but I don't think this is exactly the place. So if you have reservations, probably hold them for a little while. Okay, so the one clone is a company that makes a lot of clones, right? And this one in particular, the Serif clone, is in my opinion one of the best, mostly because it's a very neutral knife. It has a washer system, bushings, and it has titanium liners, and it has a steel blade. It's really just like a majority of the main things that you would be looking for in a good balisong. My opinion, there are some things that I would definitely change, but for what it is, which is basically around $100, I really can't complain that much. When on the main market, a lot of knives are going to run you $250 plus, especially for really good ones. Like let's say the real Serif, for context, it's about $650. You have to be there for the drop, and it is extremely hard to get. Second market is your best bet if you're interested. Okay, so talking about it though, as a Serif clone, it's not very much like a real Serif. The real Serif flips very differently. This is not really much of a Serif clone, more like the design is very similar to a Serif, but the flipping experience is entirely different. It has a really good sound, and the tolerances are really high quality for what it is. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the specs. I know before I talked about that it's titanium liners and a steel blade. The AliExpress page is going to tell you it's D2. That's probably wrong. My guess, you know what, I'm not even going to guess. I would say it's just something relatively lower. So overall blade length is about 25.5 centimeters, which is pretty long in regard to a lot of other knives, but in my opinion I actually prefer a bigger knife, since I don't know, I just really like fanning on longer knives. Net weight is about 113 grams, which, let's see, ounces, 3.986, I believe. So just round up, let's say it's about 4 ounces, which is pretty heavy. Not crazy heavy, but you know, it's like medium, a little higher end. Blade thickness, all that stuff doesn't really matter too much, but there is a trainer version of this knife. I've not got to flip it yet, so I can't really say if it's better or worse. My assumption is that the end, I think I heard, is it's a little tip heavy, so you're going to have a little bit of a blade bias, but that's not really the end of the world. A lot of people really like blade biases. Personally, I'm a little less inclined to enjoy them, but if you like them, you know, so be it. Finishing off the review, just want to do a quick conclusion and talk about my final thoughts. So, do I think you should buy it? I would say yeah. Do keep in mind that any clone you're going to buy is going to be from China, and Chinese services take about, I don't know, I would average like 3 weeks to get here. So you have to understand that you're, you know, kind of, there's like a charge of time that you waste. But if you don't mind that, and you don't like immediately need a butterfly knife, I would say it's good. For beginners, maybe not the best, just because the balance on the knife is extremely neutral, and I think for beginners, something more blade heavy is better because it helps to learn the first couple tricks. I would really just, I would recommend it for people who are intermediate, where I'm basically at, so yeah. Okay, I just want to thank everybody for watching the video. I know I'm kind of a beginner flipper, so my advice and, you know, my general opinion on these things might not be top-notch or anything, but thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate it a lot. Alright, see you guys. My hands are cold.